Okay, I am going to create a quiz like I do every day and have done every day. So first of all, I'm going to go select my course. I'm going to go to assignments, and that did not work. Let's delete that. I'm going to duplicate an assignment that is a template. This is where I have to demonstrate my patience. And then I'm going to change its name. And it really is not supposed to be assigned until next week, but we'll just go in and we'll make it available today. What time is it? 2:12, so we'll say 2 o'clock. And it'll be due on March 7th at midnight when this semester quarter ends. And now I will go in and build it. And we'll go all the way down to the end. And we'll add a question. So normally what I do when I go to add a question is I go to here and I select all banks, and I normally go to last year's course, which is Consumer Math 20, whoops, capital letter there, Consumer Math 22-23. And the first thing I would want to show you is that you'll notice these say Consumer Math 22-23 PS4, and there's several PS4s, and they all have different priority standards in them. And then there's priority standard 6. So between 4 and 6 last year, there were 4, 5, or 6 priority standard 5s banks. So there were like 5 banks that go between these two banks. Where they went, they just literally disappeared. I did not delete them. They are just gone. So since they're gone and I need them, then what I did was ask myself, okay, those questions aren't in the bank anymore. Where are those questions? Well, those questions are still in last year's course. So then I would go in and I open up Canvas again, but this time I go to last year's course, which is all the way down here at the bottom. So you'll notice spring of 23. I go there. And then I go to all the assignments that I had last year. And again, I wait patiently for them to load. There they are. And then I go to where I want to be, which is this one right here. And I decide that I like, from here, I like this question. So I like this question, so I need to take this question and get it into the other course. So the only way I know how to do that is to take this question and copy it so it shows up down here. Then I go here and I go to item banking, and I add to the bank, and I add it to the bank that I created for this year's class. So going to consumer math, you see all my banks. You see that I do this all the time. You'd think that I would have this down. So consumer math 23, 24, priority standard number 5. Items on a state. Oh, nope, we want to do determining influence. I think so. So we'll go there. I will go to add. And so now this question is added in this year's bank. And that's the question from the year before. But that's okay. That's last year's class. I really don't care. So now I'm going to go over to this year's class. And I'm going to go back down to question, and I want to add that here. So now I'm going to go open up the banks. And now I'm going to open up this year's bank. 23, 24, priority standard 5. And I put that question in credit D, influence on balance. And it is right there. There is the exact same question. And now I'm going to go add. And there it is. And I'm going to close this. And now it's question 23. And now let's say that's all I want on there. So wonderful. It's set. Everything is good to go. It's created. Hit return. So now when I want my students to be able to access it, I go and I put it in a module that's published. Oh, that's not it. Hang on. I named it 5D3, didn't I? So I go grab it in the quizzes. 5D3, 3, thank you. Go here. It needs to be published. There it is. So now it's good. So now it's there. Life should be wonderful. Let's see. Go in as a student. There it is. It's already been assigned. I go in and I open it. Hit begin. All my questions are there. Go to the last one. And it's there now. So yesterday, instead of it being there, this space right here had a image unavailable, or an image something. I don't know what the statement was, but it didn't work. What I just did, I did it exactly the same way yesterday, and it did not work. So just letting you know, that's how I do it. That's how I do it for all my classes, and it's worked up until yesterday. And yesterday, the images would not show up. So, all right. I don't know if that video will do you any good, but obviously I cannot create the problem. Perhaps you guys have fixed it. From what I read on, never mind. Anyway, perhaps you fixed it. Who's to say?